on down. That's the scripture. Go into the justice. Then we'll go back to the word. So Isaiah 1.
Okay. 16. This is Isaiah 1, verse 16.
Yep.
Wash you, make you clean.
And how do you do that? By the water of the word. This is how you wash you and make you clean. Go ahead, bro.
Put away the evil of your doing.
Stop sinning. Go ahead.
From before mine eyes. Cease to do evil.
Right, go ahead.
Learn to do well. Seek judgment. Relieve the oppressed.
Right.
Judge the fatherless. Plead for the widow.
Oh, that's Israel. The widow is Israel. Go ahead.
Come now and let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow.
The Savior died on the cross to do that. Cleanse the sin of Israel. The Lamb to take away the sin of the world of Israel, the cosmos. Go ahead.
Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool. If ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land.
If, it says if. Read that again.
If ye be willing and obedient,
right,
ye shall eat the good of the land.
What else?
But if ye refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured by with the sword.
It didn't say maybe you might need more time to think about it. It says if you rebel and refuse, you're going to get devoured with the sword. There's only one way. Go ahead. Right.
For the mouth of the Lord has spoken. How is the faithful city become a harlot? It was full of judgment, righteousness lodged in it, but now murderers.
Right, so when you watch that show, The Shy, right? What do you see on there? A bunch of damn murderers. Ready to kill your brother, you know? He looked at me wrong. Oh, you sold me some knockoff sneakers. Ready to kill you. I'm gonna pop that nigga, you know? Righteousness lodged in it, but now murder, right? The faithful city has become a harlot. One time we was married to the Most High, we knew that, then we became joined unto idols, and then we became cast off as before. That's why we were here in captivity. In Pittsburgh, freezing, instead of in our land, you know, enjoying the fruits of the kingdom of heaven, right. You know. But the Most High put us in captivity for our iniquity. That's why we're in this predicament.
Start back at 21. This is Isaiah 1 and 21. How is the faithful city becoming harlot? Right. It was full of judgment, righteousness lodged in it, but now murderers. Thy silver is become dross.
Right, now the silver, if you read the book of Lamentations, it said the precious sons of Zion comparable to fine gold. We compared to fine gold and silver before the Most High. But when we got all stained up, when you get silver, you get it oxidized and you get this black stuff on it. It's called dross. That's why you got to have polish to polish up your silver to take that dross off. That's what Israel now is. We're liking it to precious metal, right? That's been covered over with impurity.
Thy silver has become dross, thy wine mixed with water.
Right, diluted. Right, become diluted. And our doctrine that we had, that we were carrying with us all. Called the gospel from Wakanda. That's why our doctrine is diluted now. I'm doing less of that takes me long.
And even touching on, you know, just a quick point, touching on murder, right? 2/3 of our people that walk up and down the streets, and they ultimately became the murderers when they gave up our Lord Yahweh Shai. Right? And they said, oh, Barnabas, crucify him. Slakia, crucify him. You know? And y'all people don't know, y'all got that blood on your hands. When they say, give us our children, and our children's children, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, hey, so y'all gonna have to pay for that blood shit that's out there.
That's why that great purge of Israel, the purge of behind that.
Here we go. This is Isaiah 1. Continue on. I'm going to start back at 22. Thy silver has become... Isaiah 1 and 22. Thy silver has become dross, thy wine mixed with water. Thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves.
Yeah, I'm gonna rob that nigga. You see that gold he got on? I'm gonna rob his ass. You know, like that. And that's also in that show, kicking in each other's doors over drugs that ain't even yours to begin with. Right? Go ahead, bro.
Everyone loveth gifts and follows after rewards.
The preachers in them churches, they doing it for gifts. They doing it for rewards. That 501c3 gift from the government.
That filthy loopy thing.
Yep.
They judge not the fatherless, neither doth the cause of the widow come unto them.
They ain't worried about the Israelites. They only worry about what they can get for their ministry. They got mega churches, right? Look what we got. We got rags, you know. We got a tripod with tape on the whole right? They got mega churches. They got them. But we bring it out the gospel, get paid, right? But the Most High got that one pick, you know.
I just wanted to chime in on that. I seen this video clip of this old black turtle, smooth face and head. People still on this comment board, you know, waking up. He's like, oh yeah, children of Israel, we the Israelites. The dude straight up saying, F the children of Israel. What that's doing for you? The money that's put in your pocket. You can't talk about no finance. Get out my MF and pay. You gonna get burnt up, nigga.
Hey, that's why the scripture says, woe to the prophesy lies in my name.
It says also with the dumb dogs that cannot bark.
Yeah.
That's them. Because you supposed, what does the dog do? What's the purpose? If you got a watchdog, he barks when trouble is
Supposed to warn you, yeah.
supposed to warn you. If he can't warn you, then why you got him as your watchdog? Most likely gonna destroy a lot of these pastors, man. That's why we ain't feel no pity for Eddie Long. So he got put to death, you know, and died the shameful way he did. When it came out about him, hey, that's on him. Right, we ain't care nothing about it. Same thing's gonna happen to Jamal Bryant, TD Jakes, Creflo Dollar. Same thing gonna happen to all of them. Teaching lies. Right? Same thing happened to Miles Monroe. He crashed his plane. You know, the elites killed him for saying too much. But ultimately, it was the Most High though had to put to death.
On down to you 2/3 and you wicked Israelites.
Right.
I got that preset.
A little bit more than that.
That's Isaiah 1:24. Therefore saith the Lord of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of mine adversary.
Right, now in the scriptures, if you read in James, it says that ye adulterers and adulteresses, right, that they're enemies of the Most High. Here he said he's going to ease him of his enemies, of his adversaries. Wicked Israelites, go ahead.
And avenge me of mine enemies. And I will turn my hand upon thee, and purely purge away thy dross.
Right, so the Most High talking about Israelites. He's going to purge away that dross. All those impure Israelites that's walking around here being niggas and demons in the earth, the Most High going to take them out of the way. And then they're going to come back in the kingdom righteousness. Go ahead.
And take away all thy tin.
Yep.
And I will restore the judges as at the first.
Now that's big, because we're coming up on that now. The Most High says he's going to restore thy judges as at the first. You're going to have that knowledge of the scripture in your mind. When he come before you, you know, I'm sure Yahweh shall give his men tests. He's like, all right, here's the hard one. You know, such and such happened. What should we do about it? Just like with King Solomon. Two women came before, y'all got to read that story.
Yeah, that's a bad
Two women
story.
came before Solomon, right? Each one of them had a baby. And in the middle of the night, one of them rolled over on the baby and killed it. So then the one that killed her baby stole the other lady's baby and said it's her baby.
Yeah.
And put the dead baby with the other woman, and then said, and so they came before Solomon and said, you know, they wanted to know what they should do. You know, and Solomon said, cut the baby in half. You know, and then the woman that said, no, don't do that. Then you do that was her child. The other woman was like, yeah, let's go ahead and cut it in half.
Only a real mother would be willing to give her own life for her child.
That's righteous judgment. That's wise judgment. You know, same thing like with Daniel. The stories of Daniel did the same thing. You know, I think in the book of Susanna, was it?
Yeah.
Where them two elderly men tried
they tried to rape her, and then she was like, no, and they was like, we're gonna say you did have sex with her.
Right, and that's how you know the law was still in effect, because they did what? According to 2 or 3 witnesses, that's how you things was brought to judgment, was brought upon. And Daniel did that manner.
Y'all like CSI, man. Daniel was a bad detective.
That's right. Yeah. And he was young when he did that. So, you know, that same type of spirit, you gotta have a wise, discerning eye, you know, when you deal with the truth. Same way when a nigga bring up allegations against one of the brothers. You know? You got this bugged out demon down the street talking shit, right? But every brother here, we already know. We've been through that already. If they come up, hey, we know what to do. You know? But we gotta learn that same righteous judgment. And those that don't, they ain't gonna get in the future. You know? Right. Lord willing.
Therefore saith the Lord of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of mine adversaries, and avenge me of mine enemies. And I will turn my hand upon thee, and purely purge away thy dross, and take away all thy tents.
So that great purging of the house of Israel is nothing. Go ahead.
And I'll restore the judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterwards thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city.
Right, so afterwards we're going to be called what the Most High said, you know, the faithful city. And people going to come to us, they're going to have matters, and we're going to have to decide how the nation proceeds, you know.
How America tries to police the nations, we're going to do it in righteousness.
That's right. And we're going to institute, like the scripture said, judgment and justice in the earth. Just because the Ishmaelites are not the people of the Lord, when they come before us with a battle, we're going to still make justice, you know. When they want to unrighteously take a woman and chop her clitoris off because they don't want her to have pleasure, we're going to say you can't do that. You're not supposed to do that. That's inhuman. Right. When they want to put Africans, whenever they want to do little things to kids, do things to little kids for no reason, we ain't going to let them do that. We're going to make them proceed after justice. And we ain't going to unrighteously take Esau while he eats dinner with his wife and come in and snatch his wife. No, we ain't going to do that. Okay? Right. Exactly. We're going to do righteous justice. So like the elders always go into, the nation's going to rejoice being under us in captivity because we're going to take the earth back.
Just quick Jeremiah 6:30. Reprobate silver shall men shall call them, right? Because the Lord have rejected them.
Reprobate silver, you know. All those that get rejected, like it said, the Lord have rejected them. And if somebody got that precept on there about the key of the iron man, I was trying to get my kill too. I got it. A little bit more.
This is Isaiah 1:27. Zion shall be redeemed with judgment, and her converts with righteousness.
See there it says, Zion shall be redeemed with judgment, and her converts with righteousness. We are converts, because what were we before this? We was in the Gentile way, right? But we converted back to our heritage. So that's talking about Israelites. Go ahead.
And the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together.
What's a transgressor? The same thing as a sinner. They're going against the word of the Heavenly Father, right? It says the destruction of the transgressors shall be together. So they that forsake the Lord shall be consumed. It's all throughout the scripture that Most High will divide the house of Israel, the elect from the rest. You know, we're coming into that now. That's why it's important to do lessons, to teach the other Israelites about the judgment. Go ahead, brother.
Ezekiel 22 verse 18 says, Son of man, they are brass and iron. They are even the dross of silver.
Also, just like in the scripture they read before, the brother brought out, we become diluted. We become less of what we used to be. We used to be in a state of glory and righteousness. Right? You know, the scripture say, man, we're the Lord's precious jewel. And now we become like, you know, when you get a fake chain and it get all green and it get all rusty. We're not that real silver gold. The Lord has to put that pure gold. Yeah, the Lord has to put us back in the furnace and restore us as at the first. That's what that's talking about.
Verse 19, therefore thus saith the Lord God, because you are become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you in the midst of Jerusalem.
Now the scripture said, like the brother just said, because ye are become dross. Read that again.
Therefore thus saith the Lord God, because ye are become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you in the midst of Jerusalem.
Right.
As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin to the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it. So will I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you in there and melt you.
Now, if you know the term smelting, what that is, you melt down, you know, metals, right? You take the impurities out and you reform them. That's what the Most High will do. You know? What happened? Somebody say something?
White girl with this nigger.
Oh yeah. It's all good. I didn't know what you said.
I thought they said that.
Me too. I was like, we going into slavery? No, you're going into slavery. Read yours again. Oh, wow.
Back in Ezekiel 22, verse 20, it says, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin to the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so I will gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
Right, so when people say that the lake of fire is going to be some other place, No, the Most High said, I'm going to leave you there and melt you, meaning you ain't going to get taken up into the chariot. You're going to stay right here, and He going to send the fire to light the furnace on fire, and you're going to melt inside of it.
By way of that thermonuclear missile.
That's right. Now I got here Job 23 verse 10. It says, but He knoweth the way that I take.